The number of people dying across Europe due to rising heat has risen by almost a third in the past 2 decades. That's according to a new report from the EU space program Copernicus. Authors said 2023 saw a record number of days with extreme heat stress affecting people across the continent. It was also a wetter year on average, with Europe as a whole seeing around 7% more rainfall. Joining me now for more is Samantha Burgess. She's a Deputy Director at Copernicus Climate Change Service. Welcome to DW. According to the report, Europe has seen more rainfall than average, wildfires, heat waves. Much of this has been linked to climate change. Is this now the new normal?
Yes, that's right. And thank you. So Europe is the fastest warming continent, with temperatures rising at about twice the global average rate. The 3 warmest years on record for Europe have all occurred since 2020. And in 2023, Europe saw a huge number of records, a record proportion of Europeans affected by heat stress, record sea surface temperatures, and record melting of glaciers. We also saw a huge number of extreme events, which we know are likely to become more frequent and more intense due to climate change.
Which regions would you say in Europe are the most at risk?
It really depends on which variable we're looking at. So we know from the scientific evidence that winters in Northern Europe are likely to become wetter. So we'll see more intense storm events. And when those storm events happen, they will drop more rainfall. However, there's a contrast in Southern Europe, where around the Mediterranean region is likely to become drier and warmer in summer. So we're likely in Southern Europe to see more droughts and heat waves, and Northern Europe during winter, more heavy rainfall events.
Last summer was also the hottest on record. What can we expect this year?
It's hard to say ahead of time of the expectation for 2024 summer, but what we can say is the natural variability has changed. So for summer 2023, we were transitioning into a El Nino phase of natural variability, which has a warming influence on our global climate. We are now coming out of that phase, and it remains to be seen whether we move to a neutral or La Nina phase, which has a cooling effect on our climate. However, what we can say when we look at our seasonal forecast and when we look at the record ocean heat content in the surface of the ocean, that we are still likely to see heat temperature records. So when we look at the seasonal forecast, it looks like summer in Europe, across all of Europe, is likely to be warmer than the 30-year average, the climatological normal. And it's also likely that we'll have more energy available in the system from record high ocean temperatures, leading to additional evaporation. With a warmer atmosphere can hold more moisture, which, as I already mentioned, leads to more intense rainfall events.
And we'll leave it there for the time being. Thanks so much for joining us, Samantha Burgess from the Copernicus Climate Change Service. Thanks so much for your time.
Thank you.